Welcome to WhiskeyTinder, where one swipe tells the tale. Left is rough, right is a keeper. Let's pour and play. Four, right? So let's talk a little bit about Green Spot. Great pour. Middleton Distillery, County Cork. It is an Irish whiskey, a single pot stilled, which means it has malted barley and barley in the actual grain recipe. Don't know the exact breakdown, but hey, that is what it is. It is 40% ABV or 80 proof. It ranges in age anywhere from 7 to 10 years, and it is aged in bourbon and sherry casks. So let's learn a little bit about Middleton, a little bit of history and some cool facts. The Mitchell & Sons were wine merchants back in early 1805, and they started the Spot Company for whiskeys. They were wine merchants, so they went out and bought used wine in fortified wine barrels and asked the local distiller to fill them with a new spirit. I believe they used Jameson. Those casks were then rolled back down the streets of Dublin and stored underground in their cellars beneath the city streets, which is kind of cool. And they slowly developed their character there. To keep track of the stock, the family would mark each cask with a dab of colored paint. So the Spot whiskeys are signified with blue, 7 year, green, roughly 10, yellow, 12, red 15, and they have a new one called Gold Spot, which I believe is a little bit under the red in age. But hey, what do I know? Even as Dublin endured catastrophic whiskey fires, big downturns, most notably the fire of 1875, the Liberty's Fire, where flaming rivers of distillant whiskey went flowing through the town, Mitchell's underground vaults survived, and their whiskey survived as well. Through these downturns and hard times, Green Spot was kind of the flagship survivor of Irish whiskeys. This is one of the whiskeys that actually survived the near collapse of the Irish whiskey market, and now it is one of the standard bearers. For me, it is a great single pot stilled for a beginner. It's very friendly, very forgiving, and it's a great place to start your Irish journey. So I'm a big fan of Green Spot. So let's dive in here and talk about the tasting notes. On the nose, we get orchard fruits. I mean, apple through the roof, right? Green apple, and I'm definitely pulling some of that malt and sweet. So those are your top three. Of course, you can pull other notes, but those are the three that stand out to me. The three words on the taste. That apple fruitness rolls through. Still getting the malt, but I'm pulling a lot of vanilla, and I'm kind of getting that sherry at the end. So I'm getting all these wonderful, soft, friendly notes. Kind of like the Irish. It's a very friendly whiskey. At the finish, it is smooth, it is clean. I would say medium length. Yeah, medium length. You get that sweetness, and you also get a little bit of spice and a little bit of oak in the background. So overall, this, for a very low proof whiskey, for kind of a younger Irish whiskey, it gives you some good complexity, some good notes to pull from. Again, it's not the most complex whiskey in history, but it gives you a lot of those friendly notes, especially if you're a beginner. So overall, Green Spot is the quintessential single pot still starter whiskey. It's bright, balanced, and really gives you kind of the pulse and the beat of the Dublin whiskey market. You're gonna get those orchard sweetness, you're gonna get some of that malt, you're gonna get a little bit of spice. It's very approachable once again, and it feels almost timeless, right? This is the recipe, this is kind of what was around since the 1800s. A true survivor that carries Ireland's whiskey tradition in every pour, and again, I would encourage you to give Green Spot a shot. Let's finish this baby out with a toast to the heritage that is stored beneath the streets. May every pour rise above the flames. Cheers, my friend. Enjoy Green Spot.